I want to talk about Trent Williams for a minute.
Okay.
You know, the Niners downplay injuries a lot. Maybe it's because it's none of our business. It's the players' business. But with Christian McCaffrey, I mean, they didn't really tell us what was going on. It was always like, he's fine. If there was a regular season game tomorrow, he could play in it. He didn't play until week 10. With Trent Williams, what we know is that he injured his ankle again last year. He's injured his ankle 5 years in a row. This time, played through it for 2 games. He played through it against Seattle. He came back the next week. He was a game time decision against Green Bay. They shut him down like 90 minutes before game time, and then he never played again, never practiced again. That was that. Really wasn't even around the facility anymore much after that. 3 days after the season ended, John Lynch at a press conference was asked about Trent, and he said, oh, yeah, that injury was taking a while, but it's gotten a lot better, and he's going to be back this year. 37 years old, recurring ankle injuries. Is this going to be what finally does him in? Is this something that should concern the 49ers? Like, even if he says he's coming back and playing this year, should they be concerned that an ankle injury could force him out again?
Oh, I think they should be. I mean, I think you and I both know, though, Grant, that last year's missed games for Trent is a little misleading. He missed a career high 7 games. What's not misleading is that he turns 37. I think in season or in July. So he's going to be. This is his age 37 season. But that 7 missed games probably was more like 4 or 5 missed games. He probably could have rolled it back at the end if they had been a better team. But he's not going to play in meaningless games.
Right, because we've seen him play on that injured ankle in playoff games.
We both know Trent well enough. He would have gutted it out if they had been, absolutely.
It wouldn't have been pretty, but he would have played.
He would have played. He would have suited up and played and gave it a go. But he still missed 7 games, and it's a lot of games. It's a career high for him, and he is 37. And they don't, his backup, who's really kind of an underrated key cog, just got paid by Kansas City. Jalen Moore's gone, so they really do need this swing tackle. I mean, this guy who can play either spot. Just looking at all the draft prospects, the guy that I saw that seems like he probably makes the most sense as far as the best guy who's also got experience at left and right tackle and could be considered a swing tackle is Ozzie Trapillo from Boston College, who's really athletic and he's huge. And he's probably probably a 3rd or 4th round draft choice. So they could probably get a guy like Ozzie Trapillo. He's listed, I think probably late 3rd.
PrizePicks is sponsoring the Cohn Zone this year. PrizePicks is the leader in daily fantasy and the best place to win cash while watching sports. And the best part about the app is it's really easy to use. To create a lineup, all you have to do is pick more or less on a few players' stats. I'm a Niners guy. So, when I'm doing PrizePicks, I'm looking, the last couple of years, I'm looking at Deebo Samuel because I know Deebo Samuel better than Deebo Samuel knows Deebo Samuel. So if it's like drops, I'm taking more. Or if it's like punches thrown towards his long snapper on the sideline during the 4th quarter of a game, the 49ers will go on to win. I'm smashing more because I know the 49ers and I'm a PrizePicks guy. Now, maybe they didn't have those exact plays, but they have so many plays that'll make your head spin. And you can play PrizePicks in over 40 states, including California and Texas. Best part about it is the new user offer. PrizePicks will give you $50 when you play your first $5 lineup. So win or lose, you'll get $50 just for playing. That sounds like a win to me. Use promo code COHN, COHN, to claim your $50 today. Tell him Grant sent you.
Late 3rd.
The thing that's weird about Trent Williams' ankle injury is I don't remember when it happened. He apparently hurt it against the Buccaneers, but I don't remember when. So I'm trying to go back. Like, we know he injured his ankle in 2023 against Cleveland. Then he missed the next 2 weeks. They lost all 3 of those games. He comes back, finishes the season. Was he playing through an injury? I mean, probably. Football players always are playing through a degree of pain. We know in the Super Bowl, he really didn't play well. It was the biggest game of his life. And there's really no explanation as to why Trent Williams, he had 2 penalties, but there were a bunch of clips of him getting decleated by Trent McDuffie and L'Jarius Sneed and DBs setting edges and running games. It was like, what? This isn't Trent Williams. I wonder if it was bothering him then. Then he sits out all of last season, comes back, plays 10 games, and was good, but he wasn't the Trent Williams of 2023. I think he was the 6th highest rated offensive tackle, whereas he'd been like number 1 4 years in a row. I just wonder if this has been something that, one of the greatest left tackles of all time has been silently dealing with for a while, and if it'll ever go away. I mean, I'm his age. When you get hurt, things don't get better. They linger forever. It sucks, but I'm not a really good athlete.
If you're starting at left tackle for the Niners later this year, Niners need to upgrade. They need to upgrade because they're not getting a lot.
You've seen me in person. I'm a pretty big, imposing person.
You're okay in pass protection. It's just you're nothing as a run blocker.
I just don't have much. Yeah,
drive. You're not getting enough pop in the run game.
No,
with Cohn there at left tackle. No, I mean it's funny. I had one conversation with Trent last year, I think, about his ankle, and we just kind of talked about how when you've been in the league as long as he's been in the league, it's like he's wrenched that thing so many times that it's like there's like all kinds of recurrence, like he's, when he pulls it another time, it sometimes inflames even worse depending on where and exactly the severity. So he's got a lot of, and I think it's one of those things, your body doesn't bounce back as fast. I think the recurrence of any injury is tough on your body. Some are worse than others. Like shoulders are really bad. If you get a shoulder, it just keeps going. That's really bad.
Or in Patrick Willis's case. This reminds me of Patrick Willis.
Yeah, feet.
Because Patrick Willis was as gifted as Trent Williams. 2 of the best athletes in the history of the league. And Patrick Willis was like, 1, this is a debilitating injury I have. But 2, like, I don't really want to just be one of the guys. I've always been the best. I don't want to gut it out. I'm rich and I'm in pain and I'm done. And I wonder if Trent Williams, when he retires, whenever that is going to be for kind of the same reasons. Like, yeah, I could keep playing until I'm 41, but I don't want to. I have freaking high standards, and I don't want to watch the tape and watch Jordan Mailata be better than me and 5 other guys be better than me. Like, all due respect, pardon my French, fuck that. I'm Trent Williams. I don't want to watch that, and I'm set for life.
Well, and here's the challenge for the Niners. I mean, only Trent, Pooney, and Brendel are the only 3 offensive linemen they have that are signed beyond this year. So that also kind of makes it a challenge. It's like,
say that again. Okay, say that again.
Brendel, Pooney, and Trent, I read this week, are the only 3 Niner offensive linemen signed beyond 2025.
Wow. Damn.
So they've got a
Brendel's 39. Sorry.
He's not 39, but they've got a fluid situation. And they say they think they've got a lot of good players. I mean, Colton McKivitz. I mean, I was looking at some of these numbers. Warren Sharp had a great article on the Niners leading into the draft. That's on his Twitter from a few weeks ago. And in that article, it mentioned that Colton McKivitz allowed a 5.6% pressure rate, which was 49th among NFL offensive tackles. And yet the Niners are on record as saying, he's
like
good.
Him.
He's good.
Yeah.
And Brendel's good. And everybody's good. Now, that could just be what you say in March leading into the draft for strategic reasons. But if they don't address the draft, we'll know it wasn't a smokescreen. It was what they actually believe.
Yeah. Well, if the Niners don't address the offensive tackle position and Trent Williams goes down again with an ankle injury, I mean, they can't throw up their hands and say, oh, who could have seen this coming?